Captain. Hello and hello again, and welcome to the Living Strong Television Network broadcast where I'm your host, Prophet Johnson. Make contact, let them know. The special edition of the Living Strong Television Network broadcast is on. And we're talking about the darkness of truth, where I am again your host, y'all know what the deal is. I don't even know what to say. Let's go ahead and get started. You see that hat? That represents America. You see that tie? That represents America. Do you see the red, white, and blue flag back there? That represents America. You see. So, let's look at this and see if we can make some sense out of some things that sometimes doesn't make any sense. And we'll see what God is saying about all of this stuff that's happening in today's time. So let's look in the book of Luke, chapter number, I don't know, but I'll find it. 15, I believe it is. Luke 15. And this is a special edition. And I know that many of you, you're expecting to look at to view the radio broadcast and to hear the radio broadcast. Perhaps the radio broadcast will immediately follow this message. For those of you who have been sitting on pins and needles and waiting on that. But tonight we want to talk about a special edition of the darkness of truth, okay? Because when we look at, once again, what is happening in America, Father and I had a big debate again, yes, did it. And I had to call up Captain and the crew and put Captain on an emergency. And Captain is like, oh, prophet, well, he didn't change a word. You know, if that's what God wants, then, you know, that's what we'll do. And just decided from there to go ahead and do whatever, you know, the Lord had decreed within his word and everything else. And so we decided to show up and just simply say what thus saith the Lord God, and be through with some of that. But right now, I'm kind of still at a loss for words. And you say, well, Prophet Johnson, are you going to get started? Yeah, I really am. But I'm bumping around because the thing that I shared with God was this, and y'all already know, was that we talked about it. I told Captain, I said, Captain, now, we're going to be light. We're not going to run around beating up everything and running over a whole bunch of scriptures and preaching this and preaching that. We're not going to do that tonight. And so y'all can forget it. You can forget it. This is just a special report. Now, if I get a half of a spark, you know, that might be good. And if I don't, then I don't. But the thing that I want to do now is share with you what the Lord had shared with all of us about something that's called the four omegos. Now, I'm bumping around right now because it just might get hot and heavy. I really don't even want to talk about it. And you said, Prophet Johnson, why don't you just stop and go ahead and say something because you're boring me? Good. Because at least now, I know I got your attention. That's why I'm just fumbling in the Bible. I already know where I'm going. I already know what I'm looking for. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm looking for, and it's going to be over. And that's all there is to it. Plain and simple. Now, here's the controversy that I had with the Lord. And Captain, those, them, and the whole crew in the entire world know that the Father spoke to me and let me know, prophet, your work is done. You don't ever have to make mention of it again. It's over. It's exposed. Now I'm going to let the world take it. Remember when I told you about the 4 amigos? Now look at this. Hatred, racism, evil, murder, George Floyd. No, sir, no, ma'am. You're wasting your time. Remember when we told you that God was going to expose racism in the nations all over the world, hatred, the evil, and the murder? We said that no one was talking about it. No one cares. Your preachers, your mega ministry, your landlines. Now they bragging and boasting about their Zoom and their internet ministry and talking about thousands of people are watching them all over the world. Well, congratulations, Living Strong viewers. We're 190 plus countries and counting, 6 or 7 years ahead of those guys, and got millions of people, not just a few thousands. Remember all that, y'all. Remember every bit of it. And what did God say? He said, prophet, now I'm going to let the world take it. I'm going to let the world see it. I'm going to pull you back. I'm going to shut your mouth. I shut up. Y'all know I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. On this week, you've been getting your good old cooted up Jesus messages. Now the fire is back in the house. And it's time to let the hammer down. And God spoke to me, and I said, I don't want to go back and talk about the racism. I don't want to go back and talk about the evil. I don't want to go back and talk about the murder and the hatred. And the Father said, you are not going back. It is my word that's sending you. He said, go and show the nation again where we are and what's going on. Now here's where we are, people. My brothers and sisters in Christ. First of all, when you see George Floyd laying down on that ground, I'm going to show you something. And you see and you hear this man crying out as strong as he is, he'll whip my butt, he'll whip Captain butt. That brother could have whipped all of us. And you see Hercules, a man of integrity, a man of dignity, a man of respect, a man of humbleness and humility. And he's led to the street as the lamb was laid to the slaughter at the cross. Did you notice what looked like water dripping down the street? Was that urine? Did he use the bathroom? Did he defecate and urinate on himself? Revelation, warning, coded. Listen, hear this. 4 amigos, 4 white policemen, or rather 3 white policemen and a foreigner, Choi. What you looking at? What you're looking at is that number one, a body. See, this is the body of Christ. Christ is the head. And the body is framely fit together. Some of us are the feet, the leg, the arms, the fingers, the eyes. We fitly, framely work together and function as one unit. Everything else didn't matter about what God had exposed in the nation. Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, need I go on? About the hunting, the racism, style and profiling. I told you that. How many times did we have to tell you that? How many times did I have to tell you over and over, 1,000,000 times, and you did not listen? Your preachers did not listen. Your pastors did not listen. They sold y'all out for the filth and lucre, and now what are they doing? Calling for the leaders. Let me show you what happened. You got him laying prostrate on his face. They're mocking him just like they did Jesus. Number one, notice position of the body. This is what happened. 3 men, white, Caucasian, holding down George, Brother George. One had the back of his feet and his legs to his knees. 2 had his back pinned down with his stomach up against the ground. This is why he said, my stomach hurt. I can't breathe. He's pressing him in the back. 3 had his knee up on his neck to take out the larynx, which is life-giving forth, which is breath, pneuma. 4 stood back and guarded the 3 while they committed the heinous murder of a high-tech lynching in front of all of the world. No good Samaritan. As they replay the picture, anyone could have ran and knocked the police off. Prophet Johnson, would you have done that? You better believe it. Let me go tell hell. Hell, I'm talking to you now. You ask me a question. Hell, yes. I would have did it. I would have knocked that police off that brother and caused him to live. That's what I would have done, and they would have had to kill me, but he would be alive. But you're not going to do that. So don't even talk about it, because they didn't do it. Here's the explanation. Hatred held down his feet and his knees. That was cop number 1. Racism held down his back so he wasn't able to bend up and walk straight with the rest of the races of people. Cop number 2. Evil stood up and watched hatred and racism as murder put its knee on his neck, and murder killed him while evil watched and hatred and racism participated. Colin Kaepernick bending the knee. Now the knee is represented as death upon the neck of a black man. Now let me say unto you, for those of you who are complicit in your thinking and erred in your flawlessness of the lawlessness of life, we told you that there was absolutely no law against the law. The nefarious tactics, the mental rearrangement of the reconstruction of the darkness of truth, of the foolish elation of the elevation of evasion from the mind of man based upon the ignorancy and idiocracy of his stupor in life. They think to change time and laws, so the law is going to interject all of its conjunctures set against mankind, black, only to justify it. If the law can tell you it is legal to choke a man and kill him, if the law can tell you it is legal to handcuff a man and choke him and kill him, and not only that, put your foot up on his neck and kill him, not only that, but any officer, agency of this world can say that they fear for their life. The law protects their thought process or whatever they may think that they feel, because it is set up by who said the owl in the black cat. Who said the owl is the top three that runs all of this nation, which worship and serve and kiss up to the rear end of the donkey, which is called the ass of the black cat. This is for real now. Satanic order in their rings of covet, okay, in their havens, protect the down order of the nine. So the three who said the owl, which served the black cat, which is a satanic order, which invades and controls the nine, which controls the Senate, the House, and the Congress, is now passed down through the municipal, the law enforcement order, and agencies of this world, and set no law against the law. So therefore, there is no justice, there is no judgment, and there is no law that will be able to justify any human being upon the face of this earth against the lawlessness of the law. Now let me say, we told you over and over and over again, 1,000,000 times, Prophet Johnson couldn't tell it no more. Even to the point to where I warned y'all, what you are seeing now is happening in the streets. But they say, oh, they're rioting and they should stop rioting and this stop the process. Listen, there is no process. Not me, them. The black man has come to the point of emptying himself. Okay? Now, when I say that, the reason I say not me, because I did that long time ago. Hunted all my life. I told you that. And I'm going to give you some secrets. I'm going to let you understand something here. I'm going to help you to understand a lot of things. Okay? So they already know that nothing's going to work. Okay? They have no weapon. Remember, black man, I'm going to code this for you. This is very coded. The government know it. God know it. You and I know it. It was spoken even on the broadcast, but they're missing it. Let me say to you, 2 states remained, okay? Out of all the other states in the nation, there was only 2 states that remained. There's only 2, really. Started with Missouri. Now you got Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. There's only one other state that remained. That state is my hometown state, better known as Mississippi. They're talking about protesting in Memphis, protesting Colorado, all around, wherever, all around the world. I don't care nothing about none of it. See, Father have advanced me. I'm so far advanced now until I'm 20 years ahead of where y'all are right now. Where y'all are now to me is the past. Y'all are way in the past. I have moved way forward, way beyond this, and looking towards the death of a nation. That's what I'm looking at. Now, Mississippi is the very last state. The reason why, if Mississippi protests, if something happened in Mississippi and the people in Mississippi, they are the last. If the whole world is awake, imagine Superman, imagine Godzilla or King Kong, and the whole world is being attacked by villains and whatever. bandits. And they're like, we got 49 states. And there's only one state. And they need that state to wake up because that state's got kryptonite. I'm going to show you how this is working. I'm going to show you what's going to happen. I'm giving y'all the future. Wake up, folks. And all of a sudden, the black folks in Mississippi, the reason why Mississippi is last is because that is, see, Missouri, not Missouri, Minnesota and Mississippi were the lowest of the income states making. See, 3 times lower, no matter what your degree was in Mississippi, the wages was going to be 3 times less. Medical degree, whatever your degree was, carpentry, whatever, you're going to get 3 times less than any white man. Minneapolis and Mississippi, they both. God's trying to show y'all something. Okay? The reason why Mississippi is last, because it is the most cowardice, the most scariest state there is. The black people in Mississippi are like a people that have been caged up and is afraid like you have never seen before. Black folks in Mississippi are scared as hell of any white person. White people ruled, owned, have killed, and hunted as well as they did me. I told y'all all about my stories. I can't tell y'all no more of my stories now. Too many of them. Like dogs in Mississippi. My brother was found hanging in the jail cells of Mississippi. The police hunted him down like a dog. This is why it's implicit for you to know that the blood of George Floyd, Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, so on and so forth, the sister up in Kentucky, the blood is not only on the hand of the killers, the blood is on the hand of the telephone callers. The white woman with the guy in the park walking the dog. And she cried out, I'm going to call the police. Folks, that's happened over 1 million times in our lives. See, that's happened throughout our lives. See, walking down the street, Mississippi, white woman, anybody, I'm calling they call the police come. There we are. It didn't matter. All they wanted us to have was a record. God saved me from so many police deaths until I lost count. Georgia, Darien, Georgia, Jessup, Brunswick, all of folks, Florida, oh God, Florida, y'all gonna burn like hell too. Y'all have no idea. See, it's I don't have to name it. It's everywhere. You have no idea. Now, the reason I'm not reading because I told you this special edition, I'm going to give you a scripture. Remember, I told y'all, I said, God, I said, what's the problem? I said, you know, the black people don't have a voice. I said, we just don't have a voice. And remember, I complained about that forever. I said, I've been saying it forever. There's no voice. You can't name a voice. What, the big bishop, the big apostle, doctor. No, there are no voices. They're hiding with their toilet paper in their bathroom, full of chicken, scared, pizza, ordering food. You understand? The Lord spoke to me. He said, prophet, I'm going to show you and tell you where the voice is. I said, Lord, I thank you. Oh, God, we finally got a voice. I said, show me the preacher. Show me the pastor. I said, what a black man at. I said, 44. They called him Obama. I said, he sold out to the establishment. Sold out to the white collar. Sold out to the blue collar. Oh, Lord. And sold out to celebrity status. I said, is that the voice? I said, he couldn't help the black man. And got up and sung Amazing Grace. How sweet the dead. Got up. Where's the voice? I'm looking for this great preacher. A great preacher is coming. Where is he? Where is he? I said, God, where is he? He got to be black. He can't be a white voice. He can't be a white voice. Can't be no white man. I said, where's the voice? Where's the woman? I said, where is the voice? And the Lord spoke to me, Captain. And he said, prophet, the voice is the voice of Abel, the voice of Zechariah. He said, the voice is the blood that cries out in the street, says no man will speak. The voice is the blood of George Floyd. The voice is the blood of Michael Brown. The voice in the world is the voice of Eric Garner and every dead person that have been killed by the police. The voice cried from the grave, and since man could not speak, God said, I'll use the dead to speak. And now the voice of the dead is crying out to the living and said, if you couldn't save me, save yourselves. So, we'll read a scripture. Because God said, black man, cold, hold, warning, warning, cold, cold, white man, cold it, cold it. Listen to me, President. Hear this prophet. Your guns, your grenades, your tanks, your military weapons, your, you won't believe this, ability to be able to use your snipers. I'll read a scripture in a minute, Cap. All of your weapons except one, coded, which is your nuclear weapon. Your COVID-19 will not be able to stop the secret weapon. This is not to be justified, and I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm going to give every American, black American, their weapon that God gave me, and I gave it to you on Living Strong a long time ago, in case you don't know it. They got to pull all that stuff up and show it to you. Your weapon is boom, 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 boom. What is the color of the flower? I call it that red flower. If I get that flower, I bring down the tower. Tower Babel confusion. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, boy, now, what's that, girl? What is the color of the bower? I call it that red flower. What is the red flower? It gives me the power of the hour. I'm going to use my red flower. Boom, 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 boom. Government, leaders, understand that the black man have not the guns or the weapon. He have only one weapon, and it's called the red flower. He got it from your Jungle Book. Baloo, Shere Khan. The red flower, which is the only weapon. Code it! Code it! Warning! Warning! Code it! Code it! Warning! Warning! Code it! Code it! Warning! Warning! Is fire. Fire is the only weapon that the black man have. And his weapon of fire will destroy everything that you ever own. Remember, Prophet Johnson told you that. We're going to close. I'm going to read a scripture so I can be religious and go home and tell y'all everything you seen. We prophesied. We told y'all about. We warned y'all about. And don't forget that your black people ought to be ashamed of themselves with their black police chief, with their black congressmen, senators, and governors and mayors under the damnation of life and the destruction of life, root word damned, and they cannot, towards the damnation of life, do not one damned thing for you. Why? Because they game players. Black people, remember that the black police officers are just as guilty as the white police officers, but not as guilty, because they'll send your black ones to jail while they let your white ones go free. Don't worry. Don't look for nothing to happen. They're going to do you like they've been doing you. Let it calm down. Let you burn a few houses. Let you tear up your neighborhood. And they're going to go back to power and call you a dumb bunch of, I'm closing, Captain. Captain, thank you for the time. God, let me come in and say it, so I'm through. I give them one scripture, I can go home. Psalms 18, and we closing. 18. And, Captain, we going home now. Just hold on. If you just hold on, I'll go home. Just hold on. I'm going to close out. I'm going home. In verse number 35, I'm closing out. Thou hast also given me, Psalms 18 and 35. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and of thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. Listen to this in closing. I have pursued mine enemies and overtaken them, neither did I turn again till they were consumed. I'm closing. I have wounded them that they were not able to rise. They are all fallen under my feet. Listen to this verse. For thou hast girded me with strength unto battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Watch this. Thou hast also given me the next. What? I know Captain said, Prophet, you just getting started. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. What did he put his knee on? The neck. The neck is to destroy an enemy. They cried, but there was none to save them. And that's what he did. Mama. He saw his mother in death as breath left his life. The glorious of his mother appeared in the glory of Jesus. And he saw his mama. That's why he said, Mama, help me. And when he died, his mother reached out and took him to the Lord. Read between the lines. They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord. But he answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. That's what they did. In other words, God, thou hast delivered me from the striving of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. See, the head of the heathen, the police. The police, Ku Klux Klan is inside the police, inside the White House. They're everywhere. Captain, didn't I say I'm clothing? A people whom I have not known shall serve me. Y'all better wake up. I told y'all so. Didn't we tell y'all? Didn't we tell y'all? Didn't God tell y'all? This is the truth of darkness. Watch your news. Pray for your nation. We're going to need help after this. Because, like I said, it's either be killed or kill. I said it wrong. It's either kill or be killed. And then they're going to kill you later. You got no choice. Black people, Captain, I got 2 seconds. Black men, if you're pulled over by the police, call 911. That's what I do. Call 911 and video record everything. Because God told me what to do. If God wouldn't have told me what to do, they would have killed me, because they told me right here in this city that this same police is running for sheriff again, that I got the right to come in your house and kill you anytime I get ready. I said, brother, you don't know. You dead as hell already. But God said, chill out. I'm going to move you. That's my time. Thank you for yours. Pray for the Floyd family. Don't worry about the rest. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Ain't got no more talk. Told y'all so. Darkness of truth. Bye. I'm wild. I'm